about voice modulation, whether that is masculinization or feminization of the voice, and anything that can go in between. So first and foremost, I need to tell you a little bit about how voice functions, because I see quite a few new faces in here. So what exactly is voice? Well, very simply put, we use the PSF model, or rather the power source filter model. What does it stand for and why do we care about it? Well, when you produce voice, you generally blow air from your lungs, right? That's the power component of your voice. Now, once that air moves up, it will move up in the trachea, in that tube shape, and you will find here the larynx, the Adam's apple, that you can feel more or less. Now, when the airflow reaches the trachea here, you basically get vibration of the vocal folds that is happening. Alistair, be careful, I think you're unmuted. So now, once the air pushes up there, it sets vocal folds that are in there in motion, creating what we call the source sound. And then the source sound will reverberate and bounce around in the filter, which is pretty much like a resonant chamber. So the bigger that chamber is, the darker the voice becomes, and the smaller that chamber is, the brighter the voice becomes. And this is mostly the biggest, most important part about voice feminization or masculinization, because a lot of the gender perception comes from how dark or how bright our voices sound. Okay? Now let's talk about that a little bit more in detail. What are we trying to do, right? So I'm not trying to teach you like social conventions or, social cues that you might have learned here and there, because there is always cultural differences that comes into play when it comes to voices, right? So what really makes a voice masculine? Well, we have to look and talk about testosterone, or rather the effects of testosterone in your voice. Now, if you take a look at this graph here, look at this graph, the testosterone here will make your voice change in three major ways. One, the testosterone makes your vocal tract become from smaller to much bigger, right? It makes the larynx drop. Now, the second thing that testosterone does is it makes the vocal folds that were usually shorter and vibrating faster, they now vibrate much slower at a much lower rate, creating lower pitches. And the third thing that happens with testosterone is, once you're down here, is testosterone basically causes more muscle growth, and that also makes your voice more buzzy and more full, right? So these are the three components that testosterone changes, namely vocal tract size, pitch, and vocal fold mass, how soft or how buzzy and strong a voice sounds. Right? So with these three components in mind, we know what testosterone tends to do to voices. And we can, with knowledge of these components, modify our voices to make educated guesses and changes on our voice. Okay? Now, a little talk about health and hygiene when it comes to the voice. First of all, you might take certain medicine or certain medication that can be drying to your voice. Typically, I'm thinking of spironolactone, but a lot of medications can be responsible for making your vocal folds go drier. Now, vocal folds are really sensitive. They're very small membranes. They're composed of muscles and other tissues, but what's most important is that they have to be lubricated to vibrate. Now, if they become dry, then you're going to have insanely fast vibration that will be, well, dry body against dry body, and that's going to cause the vocal folds to become inflamed and perhaps sustain damage in the future. So we want to avoid that altogether if we can. So, of course, if you take a medication, or if you smoke, or if you drink coffee, or if you do any behavior that is drying to the voice, don't stop doing that, right? Like, at the end of the day, body autonomy reigns supreme. But here's a suggestion for you. Please don't work right after taking those medications or substances that could make your voice much drier. Try to work around it. If you take the medication in the morning, maybe try working on your voice in the evening, and vice versa, okay? So with that being said, there's yet another very important thing that we need to talk about when it comes to voice, and that is warming it up. Just like any muscle in the body, vocal folds are also part muscle, and those muscles need to be warmed up. Most importantly, when you drink water, which is really important when you want to use your voice, right? When you drink water, it doesn't touch the vocal folds unless you're really bad at drinking water like me and you choke once every time when you try to drink. That's, it happens, but normally it doesn't go and touch the vocal folds. The hydration process of the vocal folds comes from the blood flow. So the irrigation of the vocal folds from the blood flow provides it nutrients and provides it water that it needs to work and function properly. So warming up your voice is always a good idea before doing any voice work, no matter if it's about voice training or singing, anything that uses the voice might require you to do some warm up. Think about it like a marathon. You're not going to go on a run and, just like wake up and go run. You're going to die in a few seconds. No, you're going to want to first stretch your legs and, stretch your body before getting into that long effort. Okay? So let's see. I want to show you some warm-ups that we can do. So these warm-ups or vocal function exercises are meant to help our voice or help our vocal folds start vibrating without putting too much stress on them. Okay? So what I want you to do here is you may unmute, and I will first go do a slide up and down in pitch, and then I count to 3 and you mimic after me. Sounds good? Let's try this. So I go first. Oh. And you go in 3, 2, 1. Oh. And back down. Very good. Oh, you're going for second round. Woo! Okay, now let's try a different one. Instead of an O sound, let's try a Z sound, as in zoo. I go first. And you go in 3, 2, 1. Back down. Okay, very good. Awesome. Woo. So now you may mute yourself again, but even if you're muted, please keep practicing alongside us. If you want to work on your voice, you're more than welcome. All right. So, as I usually do, I'm going to have up on stage 2 people who want to masculinize their voices and 2 people who want to feminize their voices. Starting with mask voice. If you are interested, raise your hand, jump in place, or use the hand emoji. Okay, preferably someone who has not been on stage yet. I don't think I see many people. King Kyo, have you ever been on stage before?
No.
Okay, come on. All right, applause for Kyo. All right. Did you crash? Oh, okay.
Sorry. It just lags periodically.
Okay. I hope you don't lag. What you can do is try and look away from the public, so you might save some frames. But it's not a given, so we'll see. Okay, so. All right, so we got 10 minutes starting now. Let's go. All right, Kyo, welcome. So, you want to learn to masculinize your voice, right?
Yes.
All right. Then I need you to do something really quickly for me. Please, can you go to your quick menu and go into the settings, into the sound settings directly, into the audio settings. And you want to make sure that noise suppression is disabled, as well as the mic activation threshold. Please put it down to 0%. All right, did you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Awesome. So first of all, I want to hear a slide from your highest pitch down to your lowest pitch. Something like, ooh. Give that a try. kind of like in 2 times, that like last part.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's like E3. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, and then like a lot of creak down there. Okay, great. So I have kind of an idea of where your range can be and where your voice can go at. Okay, cool. Now, second thing that I want you to do is I want you to mimic after me. Okay, you hear a sound and you mimic right after. Let's try and do a really bright pat sound, like in Pat That Cat. And we make it really bright, like pats. Give that a try. Very good. And now we're going to take the pat and scale it down darker. Kind of like this. Pat, 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 pat. Okay. Nice. Okay. So you went from pat down to pat. Okay. Quite a difference, right? So now you've basically made a really bright whisper go into a really dark whisper. You have managed to make your vocal tract a lot bigger, right? So if your vocal tract started in this position, it now is more at that position, a bit lower in your throat, okay? So now we want to use that same position to get your voice to become a lot darker, right? That's the end goal. So what I want you to do is just say Pat That Cat really dark again. Like, Pat, Pat That Cat. Give it a try.
Pat that cat.
Alright, make sure you really stay on that whisper first. Let's do this again. Mimic after me. Pats.
Pats.
Good? Pat, pat, pats. Okay, good. Pat, pat, pat.
Pat.
Okay. Pat, pat, pat. Yes, getting there. Keep going. Pat, pat, pat. Yes, that's very solid. And from here, try to hold that position and say pat, pat, cat. Yeah. Very good. Now what you can do here in real life is take your hand and put it on your neck. You might feel a bump on your neck. Maybe it's subtle, maybe it's very present. It doesn't really matter, but it is there. And you might feel that your throat feels maybe bigger, or it feels like it's much lower than before. But actually, I'll let you try and do the comparison for yourself. Keep your hand on your neck. Don't push down, just keep it rested on it. And give me a bright pat and a dark pat. 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 Give it a try. Yes, very good. Do you feel it? Do you feel how it was moving in your neck?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
very
I
good.
do.
Awesome. So it might be more or less hard depending on how big your larynx is. We are not equal in how prominent the Adam's apple is, which is basically the little bit piece of the larynx that protrudes forward. But with or without it, you still have a larynx no matter what. Okay, so now you're more reliably reaching that darker pat, that cat. Let's go back. Pat that cat. And all the way down. How? Pat that cat. Yes, very good. And now from here, try and hold that pat that cat, and we're going to go to some sentences. Pat that cat. Very good. Okay, now do you see the board here? Has it loaded for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I want you to do, yeah, very good. already starting to bring the darkness here.
I was still in.
Yeah, you were.
Pat that cat thing.
Exactly, you were. So see, it's starting to grow on you. Great. Okay, so pat that cat. Now I want you to again say that dark pat that cat. Darth Vader dark. Pat that cat. And I want you to read that sentence still in a whisper. Okay, so that mad Brad sat on that flat mat. Go for it.
That mad Brad sat on that flat mat.
Okay, that's very interesting. Did you hear this?
Wait.
Dot mud brat sat on that flat mat. It went back up, right? Dot mud brat sat on that flat mat. Okay? So it's really important that you keep it even, just like you did with Pat the cat. Pat that cat. Honestly, don't rush. Like, take your time. If you must go slow, like that mud brat.
Okay.
Try this instead. Go for it.
Okay. Wait, let me get back.
Yeah.
Cat.
Yes.
Bread sat on that flat mat.
Very good. That mud brat sat on that flat mat. So it went a little bit brighter towards the end, but it was much better than before. Okay, and now from here we're going to try and mix and match that dark whisper we got with the lowest pitch that you can do. Although, let's go for a low pitch that's comfortable enough for you. So I want you to mimic after me. Match my pitch. Oh, sorry, my bad. Great, so now go Very good. Okay, so you might have started higher than me. Okay, so instead, let's do a slide. Okay, G3. Okay. Can we try and go any lower than that? Hold that pitch again. And from there, try to go. Yes. And keep going. Yes, very good. And from here. Okay, hold that pitch here. Okay, again. Very good. And now we're going to do the following. Pat, 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 pat. That mad brat. And we're going to try and bridge that dark whisper into that low pitch. That mad brat sat on that flat mat.
That mad brat sat on that flat mat.
Okay, very good. You even went a pitch lower. You went down to F sharp 3. Yes, that mad brat sat on that flat mat. Very good. Now, I want to really hear a slide from the dark whisper into the voice. So we're going to take this step by step, okay? So mimic after me.
Okay.
Pat. Okay, and now we are right now in the whisper stage of your voice. Oh, that's the end. But let's finish this really quick. Pat. Okay. Now what you want to try is go pat. Very good. And now we take the whisper dark. Pa, 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 pa. And we take the low pitch we wanted. And then we mix together. Yeah. Pat that cat.
Pat that cat.
Yes, very good. Careful there in the end. Pat that cat. But that was really good. Okay. So it was definitely easier for you to bridge from the whisper into the breathy, into the balanced closure in the higher pitches, and I feel like there's still some struggle in those lower pitches, maybe due to lack of practice or lack of use of lower pitches. I think there's a lot to be explored. As you did your slide at the start, you were able to go all the way down to an E3. Now, I don't know if you're too familiar with music theory, but if you're not, I definitely do recommend starting to look and get more aware of your range, just so that you can like make better guesses as to where your voice is and have an easier time matching the lower pitches that you can go at. So yeah, definitely do try to combine that darker whisper with the lower pitches that you can do. So like F3 or E3 and below if you can. And yeah, if you don't already, I recommend getting like pitch monitoring app so you can help yourself in your practice. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Very good job, Kyo. You did great. Applause for Kyo. All right. Now I'll be taking up on stage someone else. It will be someone who wants to feminize their voices. Okay? So who might be interested? Oh, wow. I see already you are jumping. Cascade Cat. Yes? You want to go on? All right.
Yeah.
Come up.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
all
up,
done.
Yep. Up.
Yep.
Okay. Applause for Cascade. Cat.
Hello.
Hello. This is the cat that everyone pats for resonance training. Okay. No, it's not canon. It's not canon. Okay. Hi, cat. Is it the first time you ever come here?
Yeah. I'm into the classes, yeah, but I've been in the group. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right, let's get started. We got 10 minutes starting now. So you want to learn to feminize your voice. That's correct, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I already hear a lot of work done to your voice. What do you really need to do with your voice? What do you want to do?
It's more like I sometimes get a voice block, like mental block, when it comes to like actually sounding female. Because I can, in certain circumstances, such as when I get flustered or something like that, I do sound female, or if I'm around someone who like I can open up to. But in cases such as here, where there's so many people, I have this block.
You started coming on stage. Mm-hmm. You started coming up on stage talking to me. The first 2 sentences were super femme, so I mean, it was there. Now you're trying to talk. Yeah, thank you. See, thank you. So that's very good, right? So I think if it's a mental block thing, it's not something I can really help with. Like, I mean, I'm no psychiatrist. I mean, I am a trans girl and I have lived through getting my own mental blocks. I could give you advice on this, but mechanically, let's see what we can maybe do, at least in terms of like in a practice setting, to get you to practice for future stressful moments that could have your voice kind of fall down or go back to a more masculine sound. You have something to say?
I do have one question regarding the emission, because I know using diaphragm can help you support your voice in multiple ways, breathing through your diaphragm instead of breathing through your shoulders. But I've noticed the voice sounding a bit more masculine when I do that. I've been voice training for multiple years, so I have like pretty big structure of those muscles, so I'm just not sure if it's good for feminizing the voice.
Okay, so diaphragmatic breathing and shoulder breathing. I mean, I don't think your shoulders can breathe. We technically all only use our lungs.
Yeah.
I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But I just want to make this clear for everyone. You all breathe from your lungs. I mean, it's not from anywhere else. However, what Kat is referring to is like, getting a more conscious engagement and involvement of those muscles. Now, I am not a huge fan of like bringing it down like this. To me, voice should be natural, and maybe like focusing more on the diaphragm might be something you might want to look more for, like projecting your voice or being louder or, singing perhaps. But
yeah,
in the
because
case of,
for me it's like, I'm sorry. It's just that for me it's became something like natural, and I'm just not sure if I should unlearn how to use how to support my vocals with diaphragm, because I've noticed it's like hold on, I would have to stand up for it. Give me 1 sec. Oh,
Go for it. Oh gosh.
I forgot I left the glass here. Yeah, so let me unplug my headset. Okay, so like when I breathe normally with like supporting it with diaphragm, this is how I talk. But
Okay,
if
so like a
if I
lot
try
of
feminizing it
air.
slightly, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of air, but at the same time, it is controlled, like it's stable. But when I do it with like shoulder movement, I can notice that my voice is way smoother. Like it's smoother. I don't know how to explain it. Like right now, I'm breathing through my shoulders, and
Okay.
right now I'm breathing through my with the diaphragm.
So,
I'm
so
sorry, I
Kat,
don't know how
let's
to
let's
explain
take a
it.
look, right? So, I just want to talk about this really quickly, right? So, when you use your voice, you use air from your lungs, you push it up the trachea, and it sets the vocal folds in motion. That's what I said at the very start of this session. Now, when you use more air, what do you think happens? There's actually two things that can happen. Either I have a lot of air, and I have my vocal folds vibrating normally, and I add more air, and my vocal folds get blown out of proportion. They get pushed to the side because there's too much air coming from below. That's reaction one. Second reaction is I push more air, and I go much louder because I'm making sure that the vocal folds now fight back against that pressure. In either way, either you get a really breathy voice, or you get a really thick or louder voice, right? And thicker voices are something that we might want to look to not try and go to when we do a feminine voice. I mean, you could always go for like a really femme voice that's like really thick, but it's kind of more cartoonish leaning and more caricature like, you know? So it's one type of voice. And people can go for it if they want to. But in most cases, femme voices will tend to be softer and smoother. So using too much air is a bit problematic. Actually, controlling your airflow and instead of blowing like all of your air out, you might want to go only blow a little at a time. This helps reduce how much air.
Although one thing I've noticed is with the simple I was using I was supporting the diaphragm, my breath of diaphragm too much, and I've noticed that it kind of causes me to lose stability on the other hand. So I don't know any good vocal training that could help me with that, with the balancing between the and the to balance it out correctly. I don't really know.
When you do a Z sound like this, right, you basically put your teeth in the way and the lip. I don't know if you can see the graph here.
Yeah, I can see. Oh my god, I'm getting lightheaded.
It's okay. We're not using this graph for resonance, just as a reference to the vocal, to the mouth part of the voice, right? So as we know, air comes from below. The vocal folds are around this area, and when you do the Z sound, you kind of put your teeth against your tongue, and you create a point here where the air is forced to pass through. Now, the point of these exercises is to get your breath to be more stable, but you choose how much air you push behind them. You can have a really loud Z, like zzz, or a really quiet Z. I'm not specifically changing how much closure I have at the level of the mouth, but I'm just changing how much air I'm pushing, right? So if you struggle with this, I mean, it's a really good exercise, but you have to know how to use it, right? You can use it at full force, really strong airflow, but it's going to be only useful when you're going to want to do loud volume voices. It's not really going to help you in the case of thinner sounds or softer sounds, where your vocal folds vibrate with less vocal fold mass, okay? Now, I really want to go into this now. Let's try. No, not this graph.
Do I stand up or?
You can do whatever. You don't need to stand up or whatever. I mean, however it feels better for you. Okay. So now I want you to like take a look at the sentence, and I want you to give me your best fem voice and read that first sentence. Give it a try.
Good morning. Shit. Okay, looking up
It's okay.
makes it really hard. Hold on.
You can fly if you want. Sure.
Good morning. How are you?
Okay. Hello. Good morning. How are you? Very good intonation. Now I do feel like a little bit of your resonance is being lost here. You end up having a bit of a darker sound at times. So let's try and really make that bright. I want you to give me a dark pat. Pat that cat.
But hold on, with my larynx muscles down or up?
Yes, dark is down or bigger. Pat that cat. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and now you bring the pat up. Pat. To get a smaller size. Okay, this is very bright, but there's another problem here that is happening. Instead of having pat, you're doing pat. So you're basically choking a little bit. You're closing too much on the larynx when you are creating that sound. So make sure that the airflow is free to go easily. Pat. Give it a try.
Okay.
Okay, that's much better, much more relaxed. And now from here, can you say, pat that cat? Hello, good morning, how are you?
Hello.
Keep going.
Hello. Good morning. How are you?
Okay, careful there. Hello, good morning, how are you? Hello, good. Try again.
Hello. Good morning. How are you?
Okay, very good. And now from here, you want to keep that.
Too much.
You might be tightening up a little bit. Yeah, you can hear it in the whisper. Yeah. So the more harsh the whisper sounds, the more likely you are to get a harsh voice as a result. So it's really important to keep the whisper really soft, okay? So now from here, hello, good morning, how are you? You want to slowly bridge into your full voice. Hello. Try it out.
Oh yeah, I heard that vocal fry.
Oh, it's okay. Full fry is fine.
Hello. Good morning. How are you?
Very good. Okay, that was a really stable, bright resonance. One little thing I would say is, and I know we talked a lot about airflow today, is that I heard your voice being more like, hello, good morning, how are you? A little bit too breathy perhaps at times, which is fine for a stylistic choice, but over long periods of time, if it's not something that you focus on, that same breathy voice, hello, good morning, how are you, can be really dehydrating to the vocal folds.
It might be related to me being a bit sick, so the vocal fries increased.
Your vocal folds could be a bit inflamed. That's okay. Vocal fry is not a bad sound. Yeah. It's just a result of the vocal folds being a bit too close together. But in this case, it's good. You do want to have your vocal folds be closed or more closed to, like open and close really quickly and get that nice vibration pattern. Okay? Other than that, really good. What I would recommend mostly is to work on reducing how much air you push instead of push like air much slowly, and working on that issue of tension and squeezing down on the whisper, because squeezing down on the whisper could also be part of why you get that increased airflow, right?
I also have one weird thing. I know how to do anime girl voice, but I don't know how to do like girl voice.
Hey, one thing at a time. You got one already. There's plenty more to get. All right. Good job, Cat. Everyone applaud for Catskade Cat.
Yay.
All right. So now, I'm going to get someone up on stage who wants. Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
All right, so this time I want someone who wants to masculinize their voices. Who might be interested? Okay, I'm looking at hands. Ninetails, have you already been on stage before?
No, this is my
No?
first time being here.
All right, come up on stage. Come on. All right, applause for not Ninetails. Wait, so if you're not Ninetails, are you like a Vulpix? What's happening exactly? Or maybe it's a different Ninetails that I'm thinking of. I don't know. Anyways, hi, welcome. We got 10 minutes starting now.
I thought you sounded fantastic to start with already. So
Oh,
you were doing really good.
okay. So, hi. Have you already done any voice work on your voice, or is this the first time you ever think I'm gonna masculinize my voice today?
This is the first time I've ever actually came here and wanted to try to masculize my voice more.
All right, awesome. Then let's give this a try. I want to hear a slide from your highest pitch down to your lowest pitch. Give it a try. Oh, you might want to change your voice settings because that cut off directly. So please go to your quick settings, just the sound settings at the bottom, and deactivate noise suppression, as well as bring the mic activation threshold all the way down to 0%. Great. You let me know when you got that done.
Good. That.
Wait, did they just disconnect?
Yeah, I think they might just have. Okay, anyone else? Okay, Anyone else who wants to masculinize their voices here?
Wants to do what?
No. Masculinize.
Make it more masculine, right?
Okay, so Sunny, come up on stage. Come on. All right, come up. All right. Applause to Sunny Lee. Clap. Hello, hi.
Hi, sorry.
No, it's okay, it's fine. Forgive me, but this is not the first time you're up on stage, right?
No.
No, I recognize the clown hat. Yes, it's the hat that does it, Totally not the whole avatar, yeah. Okay, so we'll just go, we're a little bit late on time, so we're just gonna go like 7 minutes, all right? So let's go. Hi, how's your voice work been going since last time? You want to let me know a little bit about it?
I was doing some training last night and I managed to get like a decently masculine sounding voice, but I just need to work on maintaining that voice.
Okay, then let's just do that.
Let's grind at the mask voice. Let's go.
So let's see. How about we get some sentences for us to practice with N2? Okay. Let's first get started with bringing your voice to that place. So please mimic after me. Ah. Let's go for a slide from your highest to your lowest pitch.
Okay, about that. I have having struggles with keeping a low resonance with my lowest pitch. I don't know why I can't do that, but I just can't.
It's okay. Let's just go for the lower. Let's just go for a lower pitch.
Okay. When I switch to lowers and just kind of shoots back up a little bit.
Oh yeah. No.
Back up a little bit.
Okay, interesting. What's the low pitch you did here? B2. Wow. Yeah, no, I had a B2. Dang. Okay, nice. So let's try this again. I want to hear a slide though. Like, oh. Give that a try. Oh, that was actually really close in A sharp 2, even below than E2. A2, sorry. Even more below than B2. Whew, English is hard today. Okay, so very good. Oh, very solid B2 here. And from here, I want you to go again for that low pitch and try to hold it. Oh, and then you're gonna say, pat that cat.
Pat that cat.
Oh, very good. Pat that cat. Okay, and now let's try and get the darker resonance. Give me a bright pat and let's go dark. Pat, 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 pat. Okay, careful there because you did pat, 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 pat. You back up on the two last ones, but other than that, it was really good. Okay, let's try again to go for the lower one and stay that low. You can also use your hand and put it gently on your neck to feel the larynx being more or less slow, okay? Okay? Give that a try. Very good. Okay. And now from here, pat that cat.
Sorry. Could you repeat that? Sorry.
Let's go again.
Pat that cat.
What happened?
What's happening? Oh, yep, well.
I don't know.
Yep. You're on the floor now. Oh, well,
Okay,
hi.
hopefully that's a little
Okay.
better.
Woo. We got it. We got it.
What happened?
Saved again. Whew. Okay, so
Pat, 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 pat. Pat that cat.
Pat that cat.
careful here.
Pat that cat. Pat that cat.
Try it again.
Pat that cat.
Pat that cat. Okay, keep shooting back up. Let's say the time and do one sound after the other.
Pat that
Sorry.
cat.
It's okay.
Pat that cat.
Okay. Maybe try this instead.
Pat cat.
Yes. Okay, good.
Pat that cat.
Good. And now let's try this. Let's try and read that sentence.
Pat that cat. That mad brat sat on that flat mat.
That mad brat sat on that flat mat.
That mad brat sat on a flat mat. That mad brat.
So you're still getting a bit brighter.
That mad brat. That mad brat.
It's okay. Now from here, let's try and mix and match that dark whisper with that low pitch you've shown before. Oh, I think it was like a B2 around here. Okay, let's try this.
Pat that cat. Oh.
Give it a try. Nice, very good.
Pat that cat.
That cat.
Oh, wow, pat that cat. Nice. And now from here, can you say that sentence?
That mad brat sat on that flat mat.
That mad brat sat on that flat mat.
Nice. This is very good.
That mad brat sat on the flat mat. It's super solid. Let's go for the next sentence, shall we? The crowbar opened a subpar car.
The crowbar opened the subpar car.
Careful here.
The crowbar opened the subpar car.
So you kind of shut back up and then went back again, which is good. You self-corrected. Let's try the next sentence.
The store doors creak more on the 4th floor.
The store doors creak more on the 4th floor.
Yes, very good. Let's go for the next one.
Oh, the new you is no taboo. You grew, it's true.
The new you is no taboo. You grew, it's true.
Okay. Da 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 do 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 do. Very good. Like we're all like on C3 and B2 sometimes. Okay, very good. Let's start the next one.
Oh, snow flamingos eat kilos of tomato risotto.
Snow flamingos eat kilos of tomato risotto.
Very solid, nice. Let's try the next one.
Thus, acting sus, they made a fuss in the bus.
Thus, acting sus, they made a fuss in the bus.
Okay, they made a fuss in the bus. Okay, very good. Nice. I want to try this different exercise now. You're going to try and go brighter, but still in the same pitch. The. Can you try this? Thus acting sus.
Thus, acting sus.
Solid. And then you're going to try and do this. Thus. Trying to scale the resonance on a pitched sound.
Thus,
Ooh,
acting
ooh.
sus.
Oh, that's dark.
Thus, acting sus. Yeah, that's really good. Thus, acting sus.
And now I'm on C3 too. Okay, let's keep going.
Thus, acting sus, they made a fuss in the bus.
Sorry.
You got it, yeah.
Thus, acting sus, they made a fuss in the bus.
Thus, acting sus, they made a fuss in the bus. You went a little bit brighter, but that's okay.
Okay, let's try the next one.
Don't dread egg with bread.
Sorry. Don't dread egg with bread.
Okay, now try the same thing as before on the word don't. Don't.
Don't dread egg with bread.
Don't dread egg with bread.
Nice, very good. Okay, nice. So a lot of progress here. I mean, on your lowest today, I heard you like at B2 and a little bit at A sharp 2. Good progress on your pitch. I mean, I barely heard your voice shoot back up in terms of resonance, to shoot back up in pitch, even though you used like a darker resonance. I mean, you stayed relatively close, like C3, B2, so that wasn't really showing up here. Maybe what you might be struggling with is when you bring in intonation and like motion in the pitch, like
Thus, acting sus, they made a fuss in the bus. Or don't dread egg with bread.
you know. So maybe there's some work to be done here. I know we only worked on monotony or on monotonous voices today, but that was really, really solid. Okay. Very good job, Sunny. All right, everyone, applause for Sunny. What a voice. Okay, who would be interested in feminizing their voices? Pretty much everyone. Okay. I'm gonna have to choose here. So, okay. I'm sorry. I can't have everyone. It's gonna be the last person here. So, because I'm pretty much blind, I will go for the person that's most in the middle. I can't see your name, though, because your avatar it.
Me?
Yeah, you're the RoboCat. Yeah. Oh,
Okay, yay.
all right. Applause for what's your name?
It's his Murdoll above. Sorry, all my avatars usually block the
Okay.
nameplate.
Applause for Murdoll. Yay! All right. Hello, Murdoll. First time here?
No, I've been here before, but like a long while ago.
Okay, but not on stage, right?
I've been on stage once.
Oh,
It was a
okay.
long time ago, though.
All right. Let's see. We got 5 minutes. I'm sorry, we're like really late on the clock. So let's get started. Let's make the most of it. Yeah. So, you want to learn to make your voice more femme. It's not the first time you're here, so you know the basics already. Let's get started. You already have somewhat of a baseline femme voice that you generally go to, right? I mean,
Yeah,
you're not
like-
starting
From like all the way down here.
you know.
No, I'm not going. Oh, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not.
Not that low. Okay, so very good. Let's just get started. So how, tell me, how do you go to your femme voice? You just like think about it and you just like jump up for it? Or do you kind of like have a little method you go for?
Usually I've now been doing like the dog breath thingy, and like then I just go up to what I think is comfortable. So like the, and then I'm up here and I could like talk. It's really hard for me to keep it like I guess consistently talking, and then I slowly go back down to my lower voice by accident, just
Okay,
casually.
I mean, sorry, it's very funny. First of all, we call it dog breath.
It's like the dog going
I know which one it
like
is.
monkey.
It's like it's like a dog panting sound, like really dark towards like a bit from a big dog towards a smaller dog, right? You can do this on that breath here, or you can do it on words. Anything is fine. So what matters is the results. You're getting a bright voice. It's really good. So now let's try and put it to the test. How about you read that very first sentence for me up here? That mad brat sat on that flat mat. Get to your fem voice and try to read it. Go for it.
That brat mat sat on that flat mat.
That brat mat sat on that flat mat. Okay, very good. So that man rat sat on that flat mat. So the mat sounded a little bit too thick and a bit too low in pitch. So let's try and see if we can make that a little bit softer. That man rat sat on that flat mat. Give it another try.
That brat mat sat on that flat mat.
Very good. Let's try the next one. The crowbar opened the subpar car.
The crowbar opened the subpar car.
The subpar car. The subpar car. Try it again.
The crowbar opened the subpar car.
This one was a bit more
you're-
breathy. Subpar. It's okay. The subpar car. Okay. Subpar. Subpar. So the P here seems to kind of make your voice break a little bit. So let's try it a little bit here. Pa, 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 pa. Very good. Okay, good. Good. Very good. You lessened the airflow. And now from here. Pa, 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 par.
Pa 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 par par pa pa par.
Good.
Papaya.
Good. Okay. Papaya. Okay. Subpar car. Try that again.
Subpar car. The crowbar opened the subpar car.
The subpar car. Okay, very good. Let's try the next sentence. The store doors creaked more on the 4th floor.
The store door creaks more on the 4th floor.
The store doors creaked more on the 4th floor. Careful on the more. It dipped a little bit. So I think what happened here is the store doors creaked more. So it's that down trail in pitch. More. That kind of has brought your voice to drop a little bit in resonance. Let's try this again. More.
More. More.
More. Okay, try this.
Creaked.
Really mimic after me. More.
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 Good. More.
More.
Good. More.
More.
Very good. Now see, you're doing this down, the slide in pitch. More. Without losing the resonance. What you had happened before was this. More. See how it goes, oh, much darker on the O? Right. So that's what you want to avoid. Generally, whenever you hear like a slide down in pitch, more, be extra careful, as going lower in pitch is kind of a reminder to your brain like, oh yeah, I know, when I go to low pitches, I go for a masculine voice. So it might take on some behaviors of that. Typically in your case, it is the darker resonance. So now try this again. The store doors creaked more on the 4th floor.
The store door creaks more on the 4th floor.
Okay, very good, very stable, nice. So here is my advice. Watch out for whenever your pitch moves up and down in pitch. That's a lot of pitch. So watch out whenever your pitch moves down, okay? As you know, it might trigger a drop in your resonance. More, or in subpar car, right? Subpar car, right?
Subpar car.
So it's not specifically, exactly, da da da. So it's not specifically the sound that was bothering you, but more so like how the pitch was modulated. Okay?
How words can, like some syllables, can make me accidentally go lower and then lower and lower.
That can happen too, as well. But here, more specifically, intonation, that's what I was able to notice in the short time we had. But yes, maybe beware of certain syllables, like here in the case of P, 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 p. When you do a P sound, par, p, there's interruption of your voice, right? So when there's interruption of how your vocal folds vibrate, there is a chance that your voice might reset to oh, like a more masculine sound. And this is what you want to be looking at. Sounds that cut your voice or stop your voice, can be problematic as they get you back to that older behavior. So one of the things you could do is really practice the sounds that can interrupt your voice. Typically P as in par, or T as in tea, or K as in car, k, t, p, right? All of these sounds that can cut your voice at times. I mean, it could also happen on S and sh, like in sauce and chat, but these sonorities are a little bit more smooth, and they're not as disruptive as like building up air with like a p, with like a P sound or a K sound. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Very good job, Myrtle. Pause for
Yeah.
Myrtle.
Actually, I have one small question. All these
Okay, ask
slides,
away.
are they available online? These slides?
Well, for now they're just available in the workshops, but I will be working on making them available at least in the Discord server in the future.
Okay. I was just curious because I've always had to take pictures of them in order to save them for reference.
And you can take pictures. It's totally fine. All right. Good job, Myrtle. All right, so now we are a little bit late on time, so I will be taking just 2 questions. But before we do this, thank you, Alistair, for making the Twitch stream happen today. Thank you to the rest of staff, of course, or rather volunteers, to be here and help us here. So what I want to be saying here is, do we have any questions? Sorry. My brain is jumbled. So sorry. Let's say bye to Twitch so I don't hold Alistair too long here. Bye, Twitch. Thank you everyone for watching.